means of like video production and different types of content that we'll be able to do. Like for example, like courses in school, yeah, like I mentioned before, videos, like in the form of ads on YouTube, and these videos will just include like content that will be able to like successfully grab the attention of people while educating them on wildfires and how to prevent them.
What do you mean, like what kind of content? Because I was a little bit confused when you said tackle wildfires. Like, what do you mean? Do you want to prevent them? Do you want to like reduce the number? Just. I'm sure you're clear on that.
So like some of the things that we're trying to do is, well, in these videos we'll include like methods on how to like prevent wildfires, like how to like successfully put out a fire like while you go camping, so it won't like spark up later again. But it will try to do this in an entertaining fashion that will be able to grab the attention of people and be able to like actually convince them that they should care about this problem.
So it's really what everybody can do, right?
Yes. Any other question?
Yes, and how you said you're gonna provide the content through social media. So you're selling, am I understanding it right? So you're selling your services to, let's say, PG&E. You're providing them with a content where they will put their logo, right? And then you're gonna put it through social media. Is that what it is?
Yes.
So your clients will be, the PG&E is the client. They'll pay for your videos. Is that right?
Yes.
Or how does it work?
Exactly.
Like that? So they pay you for the service?
Yeah. They're like kind of the sponsor of the service, but they're not paying me to do it per se.
Okay.
So they kind of like help us gain like funds for this production, for the productions to be able to, and the content to be created.
Okay. Operating?
I think that's a put logos on this content,
Yeah.
and companies will pay to be advertising this content.
You know how like some videos are like brought to you by PG&E,
Yeah.
like
Yeah. Okay. Now, then the next question would be asked is how much expertise does your company have between you have CTO and you have CFO, so they're financial person and tech person, and you're a content generating company. So I think the piece is missing, how you're gonna get that content, which, just brainstorming, you could potentially add a person who is very creative. You find, in your school somebody who's like out of this world videographer or something like that. Or you can say, we will do that through contests that we will hold in schools and at universities, and those videos we will provide this content providers with a channel, distribution channel for their videos to be seen. And then your partners will also be different, let's say, youth organizations like Gooddler Foundation could be. We could have a, some kind of competition for fire content or something like that. So you would have to either have a person and with the team who will do the content, or you do it through partnering with other organization and just grabbing the best pieces to be offered. So whatever, did you think anything like that? And those are just, I'm brainstorming, but.
Yeah, I didn't think of most of those, but that like, the one that you told me, the competition, that's kind of grabbing my attention right now, because that would be a great way that not just our company makes like the content, but we have the community make content for us.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I think that would be very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Very good. Mm-hmm.
I think leading into that, it'd be really great actually if you were to get someone who does videos and who's really into the outdoors. Because one of the things I noticed is you said that some of the wildfires are caused by hikers, and I think it's important to remember that may want to say inexperienced or um, and hikers and that aren't like cautious, because like being part of that community that likes to go hiking, rock climbing, go outdoors, a lot of the times when it's put like generalized, it sets off a bad tone, and you don't know if your audience, someone in the audience might be from that community. They want to be like, well, I'm a hiker, but I've never set off a fire. And I think having someone having someone that is like who's part of that community, who's a hiker themselves, and who also would like to do videos about it, would really be helpful to get that perspective and to avoid those like misrepresentation mistakes.
Yeah, you're completely right. I feel like I kind of did make an overgeneralization and kind of attacked the group of people. My fault. Sorry.
Yeah, and I think another thing would be here, but potentially beneficial, is if you are able to reach out to some, as maybe even Allison said, you find your local, California Hikers Club, and you ask somebody to become your advisor. And you can, for the purposes of this exercise, all you can do is just to call somebody out of that group who is on a commission of that group and say, would you advise me, would you give me this advice? What kind of video, what kind of work you've been doing, like doing interviewing for Dimitri's lessons. You're just doing interviewing. But then you can put on your slide, we have an advisor who is, so from this hiking group. It gives you a weight to your presentation that you actually know the subject.
Also, with that, I know sometimes when we would go camping, the fire rangers would like to show us videos, and I'm pretty sure they would. You can show them once you've done a video, or they could also give you examples, but you could also, like, once you have a video, show them. And I'm pretty sure they would be open to showing other people that come into the parks. So that's just, maybe even before giving it to these big companies, you want to test it out with a real audience. That would be one way to test it out. And the fire rangers would be the medium. They get feedback and they come back to you. And that way you'd have the best video possible that's already been tested with an audience before you want to sell it off as to one of these big companies.
And then actually thinking even maybe, I don't know, maybe an advisory board of people who represent different opinions that Alison is talking about could be a whole addition to this kind of platform.
Yeah.
Because then you can say, oh, look, I have like 5 people who can show, like, they deeply care about the fire problem, and they have been doing something about that, and I got them to contribute or advise me. It's amazing. It immediately adds credibility to you.
Yeah.
Oh, can I make another comment?
Yeah.
I'm very proliferate somehow. I'm also wondering, maybe you should think about how do you know that your approach is working? Like, you cannot realistically expect that there's going to be a reduction in number of fires, right?
Yeah.
Anytime soon. And like, also you don't know that it's because of you. Maybe it's because of some other measures. So how would you know that you're making progress? Did you think about that?
I wouldn't necessarily think about that, but I think you're right on how the correlation doesn't always equal causation. So that would be something for us to look into now. Yeah, and think about it.